And we're live. Yeah, Elric, I very much agree. That's way too much money, but I did. I did spend $35 on this game. It's actually 36, by the way. I didn't realize it's $25.99 for the DLC bundle, not 25. So, yeah, it's actually $36, and then taxes, and the DLC by itself was just shy of 30 after taxes and all. Definitely sure it's gonna be worth the money. So yeah, your game now has content from Puzzle on Pack number 1. You have new puzzles to solve and new plush to make. 2 in the morning again. Sorry, Borisu. I'm just going live whenever I can right now. I got home from work a little while ago. I meant to be live a bit earlier. Things came up, and yes, pack number 2 as well. Anyways, the question is, do we get to, so immediately, wait, no, I think that one on the far right is completely new to us. Okay, no, I think the one in the middle is too. Okay, yeah, it does say new. I could probably pay attention. Does it only show the new tag for the DLC, items? I'm actually not sure. Also, you also have to let me know if game audio is too loud, too quiet, yada yada, as always. If you're ever in one of my streams and it seems like audio is off, it probably is. So is my camera, apparently. I was getting a little bit of a corner there. Alright, back to Tandemaus. So, I was actually considering playing some of this last night, so I guess there is at least that. I was interested enough that I was considering playing some last night, but I ended up working on some stuff before I went to bed. Why does it okay now? That's cool, because I didn't touch it, so... all I corrected was, my green screen being slightly out of crop there. So I gotta say, it's fun, but is it really, like, $35 fun? Like, okay, so this is the new one. So surround metals to turn them, okay. So, right there. Oh god, there's like a board game. What is it called? That's effectively this exact idea. Where if you surround your opponent, you turn them effectively on your side. But you can see on the top right, so like right now we only have one coin for each of these. I assume later, not Connect 4, kind of similar, I suppose. But Connect 4, you're not turning their pieces to your side, right? The idea is that you turn your opponent's pieces to your side, and then you get points, because now they count as your points instead of theirs. Break walls to reach the ghoul. Okay. Gotta say, it feels kind of funny running around as this primate. So I guess if you can't touch Snorlaxes, yep, that would be funny. No, because in Connect 4, you can use your pieces to, like, block each other, right? In this case, you'd be using your opponent's pieces to claim points instead. I know there's, like, a board game, or I don't know if board game is really the right term for it, but a game. Friend study the sequel for something what I kind of obsessed over, and I spent 2 hours in there, and now I'm here. That felt pretty fast, despite 2 of those being new to me. Hey, welcome to the stream there, Green. Okay, 172. I didn't think that was record-breaking, but I'd say it was pretty quick. Okay, so I get to choose what stamp I want to put on it for the day. So we'll do Eevee. Neat. And Hardy Yarn. Okay, so we have seen that before. Cool. Let's see if we can find more of the new ones, and immediately. Okay, so again, we have 20 new ones to do. We just saw 2. It's probably gonna be the same thing that the main game did, where every run through you do is gonna have 2 new ones and 1 that you've already done. And then once they start getting low on content again, it's gonna go down and swap. So it'll be 2 that you have seen and 1 that you haven't. That's my guess. Is there anything kind of hyped for this? I love these quick hit puzzle games. I'll probably get it on my phone though. And I could see you paying for this game if you could get the plushies IRL sent to you. That'd be interesting if you could, like, if you make the plushie, it's just like, hey, here's a link to the Pokemon Center where you can buy it. They can make more money off of this game than they already are gouging us for. Yarn plushies IRL will be fire. So yeah, Green, I don't disagree. Like it's fun. It really is. I don't recommend the DLC 100%. I mean, granted, we just started. Wow, I did not pay any attention. Oh, okay, right. I forgot. We don't have to pay attention to that first part. We're paying attention to the shape. I'm dumb. Okay, interesting. Actually, changing angles here. Don't give them ideas. Infinite money glitch. Yeah, they can link directly to their store. I think the base game for $10 is honestly kind of worth it if you like this kind of thing. If you're... Whether you like the Pokemon franchise or not, even if you don't like it, but you're into these kind of like little mini puzzle games, then it's not a bad idea. But if you enjoy Pokemon, but you don't care, you know, you're not big on these kind of things, shortest path to the goal. Wait. What am... Okay, you have to select. Okay, I'm dumb. I don't know. It's hard to. Okay, so the idea is it's running after you. So if you're a fan of both, I'd say the $10 is worth it, right? I think the biggest thing is the DLC is just egregious, but I guess we're gonna find out today if it's worth it. Cool. That was all three pretty quick as well. Okay, that wasn't all three. Okay. I've been trying this on my phone. It's not too bad. I still haven't tried it on mobile. You're on my TV in the background while I start a new book. I like how you had to point out the TV. I spent $30 on an Arbok plush. It's only 6 inches tall. Go pro. All right. I didn't read this one. Choose the block that makes the shadow. Okay, very similar to what we've already seen. Okay, hold on. Is it? Okay, so yeah, you do have to rotate. L. Also an L. Okay, up and down. Look, they're evolving. They're evolving. They're mixing it up already. Round 1 of a new mini game. What do you know? Vadin. That is a shape. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, I didn't realize I could do both directions now. Okay, so both directions are now an option. Neat. All right, definitely not record-breaking. TV Junk Crew. It's like $35 for all the DLC on phone. It's the same thing on Switch. Though watching this, I feel like it's very simple. Hopefully, yeah, I agree. Like I got stuck on one in last stream. Even somebody else in chat thought it was like, hold on, that's not solvable. I still haven't gone back and looked at it, but based on a comment that I got, it seems like it was pretty solvable. I think I was just being dumb. I paid one price to get everything. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, stuff like this, right? Like, unbelievably simple. Like, if they did, like, a larger grid, more than one piece, like... But, again, we have seen the game get slowly... I should emphasize the slowness of it. Slowly more difficult over time. So it might hit that point. Smeagol's Picky Palette. Paint so the same colors don't touch. Okay. Doesn't seem... Again, this... also seems a bit simple. It's even more simple. Surely they're gonna do ones where it's not already all, like, you know, one block filled in for you, right? No, it even tells you, like, uh-oh, that one doesn't work. Like, you gotta place this here, and, like, you get the X, like, telling you that it's the wrong one. Yellow, pink, blue. The irony is those colors were touching. What do you mean? Green, are you dyslexic? No, I almost said dyslexic. Green, are you colorblind? I think this would evolve and get harder, but yeah. I'm so bad at writing this late. Those blues are touching. It's just diagonal. Yeah, I guess. I guess they don't count diagonals. I don't know why you would. Draw lines, match. Okay. Bam, bam. You. Yeah, again. feels simple, but it's also the new DLC ones, so they always start off a bit easier. At least, you know, like the first time that you play them. I gotta say, though, the DLC ones have been interesting so far, because, like, while they are starting off simple, they're not starting off as simple as the base game ones were, right? Like, some of those, you literally couldn't do the wrong thing. The only wrong thing that you could do on some of the initial, like, this is your first time doing this one, we're gonna make it extremely easy. The only wrong thing you could do is take your hands off the controller and wait 60 seconds. Like, these DLC ones are at least starting out with, like, you can do incorrect things. The phrase green, you are colorblind. Alright, again, 2 new ones. And we're starting off with probably the easiest one that we've seen so far. So we have 2. This is just, like, the easiest that they've done. I say that and watch now, I'm gonna get one wrong. 5. 3, 4. It doesn't help that half of these, you can see all of them from one angle. This one you can't, this one you can't. But a lot of the ones that we've done so far, it's like, oh, we can see every one of them if you just turn to the correct angle. How many more Pikachu? Okay, that's how many more than Eevee? Okay. What game is this? It's the Pokemon game that released and was announced, yesterday during the Pokemon Presents. It is called Pokemon Friends. It's a pretty simple, puzzle game. I think a lot of us are just hoping that it does get more challenging. It is, like, slowly anyways. Okay, that's a bit more, so 2. They're shuffling them up a little bit. I can't believe I made it to the live stream. Hope everyone has a great day last night. It's 2 a.m. for me currently. Man, I keep streaming when it's just, like, past midnight for half of my viewers. It would be so bad. Froakie one, I don't know why. Really? Okay, so maybe it just depends on, like, the individual user. Because the Froakie one seems like the easiest thing that they've done so far. Form a triangle. I guess you just select 3 dots. You don't have to, like, actually, like, draw it out. Yeah, maybe this one might take the cake. This one might be the new easiest. This might beat this might beat the Froakie one. Holy. Again, they start off super simple, but we'll see. But that's the goal tonight, right? That's what we were kind of theorizing throughout stream yesterday. But it was only like an hour 20 I did for this game last night. That's kind of what I want to test tonight. Is not only check out the DLC ones, but also see does it actually get more challenging. So we're gonna be live for a little while, at least longer than last night. Yeah, this is another one of those just pretty simple. I don't really see how this one could get hard. Like, that's the thing. Like, we keep hoping that, you know, they do get a bit more challenging, but this feels like it's not going to. Well, I say as I select the wrong one. Yeah, well, okay. Maybe dumb brain will cause you to get some wrong. You. Well, can I eat my own words on that one? Yeah, this one is not even... Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, there's not even a Pokemon slapped onto that one. Topsy-turvy Espeon, reverse gravity to reach the goal. Okay. I could see this one potentially messing with brain. So what is it? So X reverses it. Cool. It's kind of weird that it's X. Oh, and not just like, you know, A. Does A do anything? Okay, no, okay, so A does work. Okay. Why is it showing X? Am I blocking it? Am I blocking... No. Okay. A works, though. And... bam. Alright. I could see that one getting interesting. Use blocks to cover all of the holes. Okay, similar to one we saw before. Kind of the opposite idea, though. Instead of having basically movable blocks where you can't place, instead you have to cover the blocks. Okay, so we can rotate with what button? There we go. Bam. And bam. No, I don't know why I assumed that was the end. Although to say, do these grids not get larger? At least they turn to a 3x3. I feel like I'm always like super negative, not only like in my videos, but also on the stream. I want to point out that like, I like to point out the good and the bad, but it just seems like a lot of the time it's the bad that I'm vocal about. Like, again, I am enjoying this game. I think it'll be a fun thing to play, like, in your downtime. But I don't know, I always feel like if I enjoy something, I always want to temper expectations, right? And point out the negative things. Boom, boom. It is wild that we only played for an hour last night, and all of these are already just, like, mostly second nature. But, and they are meant to be simple. I would buy a whole puzzle game like that. SP on 1 if they made it to a puzzle platformer. I see so much potential in that one. Again, a lot of these feel like they're just like taking already existing mobile games or like Flash games and kind of pokafying them. So it probably already exists. It did seem pretty familiar. Something like enjoy deal with my anxiety, but the price tag DLC included is putting me off, especially with how limited the free version seems to be. Yeah, so on mobile it's free and you get to play like once a day. But you have to pay the $10 to actually, like, unlock the game. On Switch, it's just $10. There's no, like, free version. My Paris has a game. Not being able to play whenever would make it a bit more stressful than calming. Again, like, yeah, if you pay for it, the whole thing is unlocked, but I do get what you mean. My thing that I don't enjoy is... the fact that you can't pick, like, what puzzles you want to do, right? Like, that should 100% be a thing where you unlock, like, a free mode. Where, you know, once you're, like, so far in the game or whatever, it's like, okay, like, you can just progress in this one puzzle now, in this one mini-game. It's exactly what I thought the game would be. I didn't think it would be, here's 3 random ones. Like, it's kind of lame. Link tunnels to get to... Wait. Okay, yeah, we have already seen that one. Yeah, that's not one of the DLC ones. I think it's one of the last ones that we saw last night, right? I want to say so. I get to... once again, get to... Alright, 2 again. Ooh, what? Nope, that was incorrect. That was dumb. I need to go straight down. Okay, I have to actually, like, reset. Super chat, I apologize. I can read that in just a second. Wait, did that... am I that dumb? Oh, yes I am. I am that dumb. Wow, okay. We're getting somewhere with this. Whoops. Oh, it's only linking to... Duh. Alright, that one actually started to get more challenging. Love the content. I could be wrong, but man, these remind me of games my son would play on his Leap Pad. Yep, 100%. One puzzle every 24 hours is brutal. I thought it was 3. I thought you gotta do a set of 3. Asking 30 plus for something, you know, for a full game. Sorry, but basic puzzle mini games with Pokemon on it. Yeah, pretty much. Well, hey, thank you very much for the super chat there, David Shepard. And we did not set a record that time. I really struggled on that Drillbur one. But I think it's the second time we've ran into, like, a puzzle that was enough to, like, get me a little bit flustered. But yeah, I don't fully disagree. So far, at the very least, these do feel obviously very, simple. It's saying that blue one's new, but we already did that balloon one. Also, I've not been paying any attention. It literally has the difficulty levels up there. So as we go through them, they are like leveling up. They're getting more difficult. So this first one's a 3, last one's a 2. I swear we already did that balloon one. Am I wrong? Because the whole idea is you have to, like, what is it? Like selecting the balloon that won't pop. I don't even remember now. Oh wait, yep, I forgot. You have to. Wait, no, okay, that actually was the correct method. I was just dumb. The correct order. Cute and well made, but damn, yeah. All right, start there, go there, go there, go there. But yeah, it is feeling extremely simple, especially for being like one of the few things that they showed at the Presents yesterday. And people were really disappointed in the Presents yesterday. I still enjoyed it. We got to see some more of words aren't working. Okay, it is a different version. Okay. Similar idea, but this time you're actually laying the arrows, instead of seeing which one will not be shot. But hey, they got to use, they got to reuse graphics that they made. It's not like these are really, challenging to make here. Go down. But they are reusing assets. Neat. I hope that actually means that it made the game unbelievably smaller in size. Very minute amount of storage space saved. I was a bit disappointed because I need peak Gen 5 remake. Yeah, everybody was hoping for a remake announcement. I don't even know really where that came from. Was there like a rumor that that would be a thing? That I know that there have been like rumors for a Gen 5 remake, right? I forgot they have to move exactly 3 spaces. But like specifically to be announced in that showcase, I don't think we really had much to go on at all. It was cool seeing more on Pokemon Champions, because we got to learn a little bit more about it, even if we don't really have like a full deep dive into it. Let's see. Again, not going to be record breaking. What even is my record? It's like, oh, it's 190.6. I don't know how that was record breaking, but okay. Okay, nice feathery yarn. We have not seen that one yet. I thought we were all aware that everything, really mind-blowing is going to be on Presents near the Pokemon. Yeah, exactly, like 100%. I feel like this Pokemon Presents was just kind of like a, hey, here's what we're working on kind of deal, and here's a thing that we made in 5 minutes and it's starting $35 for. I want to say so since Pokemon Day this year was awful. I love Gen 5 more than life itself, but I have been filled with fear ever since the Gen 4. Same, honestly. When the Gen 4 remakes released, I was like, hey, Pokemon Company, we don't need to remake any more generations. Let's just keep moving forward. We don't need more Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Do you follow competitive scene much? I'm not with my buddies that love the Pokemon Champion stuff. I really don't. I have a couple friends that are also super into the highly competitive. I'd like to get into it one day, but not currently. I think it's interesting that the points aren't purchasable in Champion. The only way to get is only during ranked battles. Okay. I did not know that. Was that mentioned in the trailer? I mean, it definitely has my interest, something I definitely want to try out. I just don't... it's one of those things where, like, I don't know how much I'm actually gonna play it, right? I think it's a fantastic idea. It's fantastic for the competitive scene. Like, I'm very happy for the competitive community. If it ends up actually being good, I was hoping that TCG Live would be great for the competitive TCG scene, and in my opinion, at least, it was an improvement over TCG Online, but it's still kind of terrible. Like, okay, it's not terrible. It's not good. The largest media franchise on Earth could definitely do better. Again, here I'm just pointing at more negativity. Okay, so X to confirm. I keep blocking the button. Understand that whenever I'm streaming, like for my Switch, to make my capture card stuff easier, I am seeing exactly what you are. It's just full screened on my screen. It makes it a lot easier to deal with the capture. So if you guys see me blocking a button, I'm also seeing me block a button. But that also lets me know if I'm blocking anything that's important for you guys to see. Bam, bam. But yeah, I didn't know... it would be terrible if they actually made it like real life purchasable for the points. That would be awful. But if it is ranked only to earn those points, that is interesting. because it is a really powerful system, right? The fact that you can basically just entirely min-max and completely customize a mon, which is something we've never really had the ability to do in, at least not to this extent, and not as easy as going, I want this number to be this number, and I literally just take it up, right? Like, it's a very powerful tool that I feel like only makes sense, another record, it only really makes sense in the hands of players who are actively playing competitive, right? I would love a remake, so please God, God, please, just can Game Freak make them and not some other guys? Because if not, I think we're just going to have Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl remakes. Man, I think with how much hate they got for those games, I don't think we're going to see anything that bad again. Wolfglick was talking about it going to still have a high ceiling because you'll either have to win ranked or have the Pokemon in your bank. Not sure what you mean by that part. No, I'll have to watch this video. It would definitely make building competitive teams easier, which is why I never really got into competitive. Yeah, that's also why a lot of people do like Pokemon ginning in order to do competitive. VP or victory points are only awarded for winning ranked games. That's interesting. That does probably kind of price me out. Because again, not that big on the competitive scene. Ooh, okay, I'm interested in our new one there in the middle. But yeah, that's 100% like, I don't know, I kind of enjoy the grind, but only when I have time to, right? And a lot of competitive players, that's not, they're there for the competitive. They don't want to have to deal with all of the training and crap that it takes to get there. I mean, some people do, right? Some people enjoy, like, knowing that that the team that they're bringing into competitive, that, you know, they've done all of this work to build them up to that point. I don't really know if I need to dump all of these out. I want to say I do. I probably could have gotten away with one of those not being dumped and just shoved to the side. You can move Pokemon from your games to champions. Yeah, it's not going to make it as easy as people think unless you get a lot of EP from winning battles. Like, again, for the highly competitive people, though, right? For the people who, like, that's why they play Pokemon, is for the competitiveness. I think it's going to be pretty easy. Like, I think after, like, the first week or two of actively playing it, likely, if you're already big into competitive Pokemon, you're already going to have, likely, a good competitive team to just bring into it day one, right? So you're probably just going to have fun just playing a bunch of competitive, and next thing you know, you're probably going to have piles of VP if that's all that you care about, right? Like, I feel like it's not going to be that bad. We'll have to see how hard it is to actually earn it, though. I just don't have time for it. That's extremely fair. And those who are into competitive are already going to have, yeah, like you just said, are already going to have those teams built. What are we doing here? Which 3D shape is in the box? Oh, so you get a 2D layout as you scan down to figure out what shape's inside. Simple enough. Okay, so right, yeah. Okay, that was the same thing again. Literally the exact same thing. All right, slightly different. It didn't get pointy this time. It stayed round. Okay, the same thing again. We've gotten the same shape 3 out of 4 times. All right, we have a triangle this time. It's a little pyramid, slightly different. Okay, we have a more pointy, a 3-sided pyramid. Let's see if you can move them. I think a lot of first battles first week are just going to be the whole teams of nukes. Sorry, sounds weird. No, that makes sense. Sorry, dyslexia 100%, David. I just, like, couldn't read any of that. Quick off-topic question. Do you get your Korean cards off eBay or other places you look? I've only ever bought the Korean cards once, at least to my knowledge. I might have done it in the past and forgot. But yes, the video that was released today, that was off of eBay. I'm debating if I should buy this game on the Switch too, or just play the free version on my phone. So Sam, I would recommend, if you want to see if you actually would enjoy it, download it on your phone, try it out, but it's free. It's extremely limiting. I've already gone through multiple sets of puzzles here, and I've only been streaming for half an hour. You get to go through 1 set a day. Every 24 hours, you get to go through 1 set. That's it. So on your phone, you'd also be paying the same $10 to unlock the full play, which is kind of what we're doing here. It's up to you if you think it's worth it or not. But if you really aren't sure, just play the free version of it. Try the little free play thing. I just don't know what the microtransaction is, if it isn't to be able to buy things to let you level your Pokemon or recruit new ones. Are there microtransactions in Champions? That might just not be a thing. Again, I don't know. I haven't looked into it enough. I've only all I've seen are the two trailers that we've had so far. The one from yesterday, which granted I only watched once. Then we kind of went back to look at part of it. And of course, the initial reveal trailer where we learned a whole nothing. We were only able to just theorize things off of it, which, to be fair, we kind of hit the nail on the head as to what it would be. Even though it felt like they were kind of like trying to bury the lead on that one. Like, it was pretty obvious what it was. I don't remember exactly what the trailer was, though. I'm just going off the top of my head. I just don't know about the... Okay, yeah. Buy things like Pokemon or recruit new ones. Did you check the mission stuff? They were you giving away plushies? I haven't gone into that yet. I wonder if they're trying to kill off Smogon. Maybe. That was my initial theory, is that they, with, Pokemon Champions, that they were trying to kill off the, what's the word? I always forget it because I don't actually do it. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and do some of these real quick. I forgot the name. But the online competitive platform that everyone uses. Apparently, no. From what a viewer told me, I guess the Pokemon Company or Game Freak, and we got a bonus tour check. They kind of already gave the game their blessing, so Showdown, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, we got a Shaman, got a Legendary. Apparently they have Pokemon Company's blessing for Pokemon Showdown. That doesn't mean that they can interchange their mind. I've seen plenty of fan mods in the past for various games where they get the blessing of the IP holder. They're like, hey, this is a cool idea. We 100% support it. We're not going to take you down. And then they take them down. So even if it is true they have it, which is what I've been told, that doesn't mean that they won't do it, right? And because that was my first fear whenever I saw it. Slitherwing. Whenever I first saw that initial trailer, I was thinking the same thing. Like, they're trying to kill Showdown, aren't they? Because I was like, they're going to release this so that way they have an excuse to take it down. Because now they have a market replacement. Gardevoir. And we have the Slurpuff. And last one, we have the Feathery Yarn. Well, last one for now. We're going to go play more. Farfetch'd. But yeah, let's go check the quests, see if there are any to complete. Why did I forget where... Oh yeah, because I'm covering it. It's behind me. Wow. Only one new one. The ones from yesterday are still here. Champions are going to see Showdown as detrimental to Champions. That's what I was thinking. Even if they weren't doing it intentionally, if they weren't doing Champions too intentionally, let me go and... Oh yeah, I guess there's no point in covering camera. If they were doing it intentionally to be able to attack Showdown, they still might decide that, right? Like, oh, you know, we're not trying to take down Showdown with this new thing, but then, like, they're probably going to see the number of players on Showdown versus the players on their game and be like, oh, but what if we shut it down? All those players can come to us. So, yeah. Do we really have to drop money to even play the game, or can we play without dropping money? On mobile, you can play one set of puzzles free a day. In my opinion, it's more of a glorified demo. I love Slithering plush. I like it more than the original. I also agree. So my soul for the Yarn Ryu plushies for real infinite money glitch. Totally see them as swerving and getting swung and drop. It wouldn't surprise me. All right. Something to cheer them up. What would make their boss happy? What exactly did she say? Surprising the death and cheer up. I don't know. You want a Grookey? Does Grookey count? Cool. All right, 40 points. Wow, that was literally it. I thought the idea is that it would like refresh daily, but like the ones we already completed were still there. That's weird. Power doesn't even like Pokemon. It's cute art. Yeah, I also have to agree on that. Obviously, there's a lot of Pokemon likeness to it, right? Like, but it's not a market replacement. Yeah, anytime, Alfredo. So, okay, yeah, numbers, are they equal? Don't forget some of the plush you have in your rooms. Yeah, I don't know, like, can those... I'm guessing if they're in a room, they can't be used for quest completion, right? I guess that is interesting. If I would hope that that's the case, right? That if they're in one of the rooms, that you can't use them for completing quests. Because, you know, if... Okay, this one's a little bit different. If you wanted to, not accidentally... Okay, this is a new one to us. If you want to not accidentally get rid of one of them for a quest, then put it in a room and now it's locked away. Blocked boxes. How many boxes can't be seen? Okay, simple. Maybe. I'm sure this is one of the ones I'll actually get tripped up on, though. Maybe not in the first run. Wow, does it... It literally tells us the answer before it starts? Okay, no, there we go. So the first one, it tells you the answer before it starts. Okay, well, it has been 1 every time. This is very enthusing. Oh, 1 again. Is it going to be 2? Are they going to mix it up? Nope, it is 1 again. Are you going to give us 2 this time? Oh my god, they gave us 2. They're evolving. Alright, pull out the 2 in the end. Super proud of myself. That was extremely hard. Okay, this is the one that I actually got screwed up on last night. And I don't understand if I was just misunderstanding the game. The idea is that whatever one is being highlighted is the one that you have to move to, right? Or is it the one after being the one that you have to move to? This is the one I actually failed a puzzle on. So yeah, so it's on... Yeah, so you have to move to the one that's being highlighted. Of course, we're not going to get any more complicated ones now, are we? Okay, yeah. Oh no, so we have to go to the next... Yeah. Yeah, so we have to go to the one after the highlight. Okay. I feel like that's what's tripping me up. So, like, I have to go... Well, why was that one highlighted? So red, red, blue. I think it's easier just to remember the pattern, right? So we're on... So it needs to go red... So it needs to go red, blue, red, red, blue. Is this the exact one? So it has to go... Yeah, so I can't go that way. Red, blue, red, red. Oh my god. While I was trying to, like... I was thinking of the other puzzle where you have to, like, go over the entire thing. I think that was the exact one that I got tripped up on, because I was thinking of the similar looking one, but the Pikachu one where you have to actually cover the entire track. Tell you what, I'm sick of TCG Pocket. Seems like every pack I open, I get duplicates. One pack I opened, I got 2 sets of duplicates. I'm only tired of opening so many Eevee Grove packs, and I'm only missing 2 cards. One's an EX, understandable, right? You're missing an EX. I've opened 108 packs of Eevee Grove so far. I'm still missing a basic holo. I still don't have the basic Sylveon holo. Wild. Yeah, that's it. Only 2 cards are missing. You think it would be like 2 EXs or whatever. Out of the base set, not including like the ultra rares, like, you know, the things above the, you know, technically secret rare. A lot of times look like literally different Pokemon parts glued together to make a new creature, but man, not a big deal to me too. And that's the thing what Pokemon Company's suing him over, right? Or Nintendo's not even suing him over. It's not even like, you know, claiming like stolen designs like people were claiming on Twitter back when that whole, you know, back when the whole Power World drama started, because that ended up being proven wrong. There was that person who was being extremely malicious, who made fake edits of like, oh look, they literally took this model from this Pokemon game, and they just used it to make theirs. And then that ended up being proven incorrect, and I think the person like literally even admitted like, yeah, they did, because they like went into like a rage, like, yeah, I'm just angry about the game, like it shouldn't exist. So yeah, I lied. Like, wow, you're a great person. So you can say like there's inspiration there or whatever, but like straight up theft, I don't agree. There are things that you can criticize Palworld for. I still think this lawsuit is bogus and it's just not going to go well for Nintendo. They're suing for game mechanics, and that's just weird. I wasn't familiar with the whole lawsuit. It has to do with certain patents that they have. And they actually just got like a small win. Like Nintendo actually did just get a win in court. I think it's the first one they've gotten this entire time. Because they managed to, in the middle of this court case, successfully update one of their patents to change the wording to make it look worse on Palworld, right? I don't know exactly how that's legal. I'm not a lawyer. But when you're suing for patent infringement, and then you update the patent during the lawsuit, seems like that shouldn't be allowed. Catching monsters doesn't belong to Pokemon. I mean, Dragon Quest did it first. How many Pokemon can you collect outside of the DLC? I have no idea, and that's the bizarre thing. So, Sam, I also had a similar question whenever I first streamed it yesterday. Where is it even at? Where do I go to view? I think it's here. Yeah, catalog. You can only view things that you have made, right? You can't view, like, things that you haven't. So I think we just have to, like, wait until somebody 100%s it and gets all of them until we'll actually know. The downside is that I have the DLC now, so I won't be that guy. Plus, how would you even necessarily know, right? There could be like a rare one, so they think they have all of them, but they don't. The act of throwing balls to catch apparently is, SMT did it first, except with Devils. Oh, Shin Megami Tensei. Yeah, I heard about that as well. I remember like when people were saying like, oh, powerful designs for Pokemon. People were pointing out like similar characteristics between, creatures in the old Dragon Quest games and like Gen 1 Pokemon. And people are like, look, you can make the same comparison. Yeah, it'd be more logical because of designs. They're Sasaimo, but the mechanics, yeah. Pokemon Friends Speedrun. That's kind of what the game is, though, right? The idea is that you are kind of trying to go fast. Although I wish you could skip the countdown. Then I could go even faster. Yeah, this one's also simple, but again, now that I say it, I'm going to make a dumb mistake during this one. It's already happened once on stream. I'm like, oh, I understand how this one could be hard, and then I literally mess it up. Yeah. I mean, one of the ones we did yesterday, I didn't even realize at first that it, the answer to every single one of them was like the top left option every time. Gen 1 Pokemon are so uninspired. I know why people complain about Gen 5 designs. I think even saying Gen 1 is uninspired, I think, is a bad argument. I think that, especially when you're dealing with... Oh, I figured where the stamp leaves this mark. I didn't know what I was doing there. I just kind of clicked. When you have, especially, like, the number of artists that they do, and, you know, you have, like, 100 Pokemon per generation, it's kind of hard to make the argument of uninspired. Like, a couple, sure. I don't know. I don't think there's any gen that I would say is uninspired. There are Pokemon individuals that you could say are. And maybe there's a gen or two where, like, those individuals make up a higher percentage of the total. I just think as a whole, that's not necessarily a fair argument to make. I do say this as someone who grew up on Gen 1, so take that with a grain of salt. But even then, like, I would say, like, Gen, like, 1, 2, then going up to, like, Black and White, XY are some of my all-time favorites. Oh, I thought I just blocked myself in. No, I'm dumb. You can walk on the brick. To be fair, first time I've seen you could do that. I do like this little Primeape one. It feels like you're actually, like, in a bit more control than you are in a lot of them, even though it's, like, just walking in a grid. Neat. I do gotta say, though, this is neat. I don't know who was, like, necessarily, like, looking for this kind of deal. Whoa, okay. Our first time nearing 200. I'm also wondering if it's not necessarily just, like, oh, you didn't make any mistakes. Seal name. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, but also a key with key in the name. I don't know. You untangled your yarn. Dugong's original name is, yeah, Manatee. Well, yeah, but there's also countless just dog Pokemon. That's true. I don't know. I don't agree with the uninspired argument, though. Like, yeah, Seal is pretty dang uninspired, but that's one example out of 151, right? I think every generation you could point out a quote-unquote uninspired Pokemon. I guess I'm just annoyed people saying... No, I also agree. Gen 5 is one of my all-time favorites. Wait. Am I dumb? Yeah, I am dumb. Cool. Gen 5 is one of my all-time favorites, and it has some of my, like, favorite designs. So, yeah, I also agree. People, like, saying that about Gen 5, they're just as bad. I feel like they just say that because, like, Gen 5 had but it was the largest generation, correct? Like, I don't know. Lead the whole crew across the grass. Wait, hold on. Okay, so can you only grab the Magnezone on the ends? That's my guess. And you're basically just like pulling him like a rope. 154. I want to say it's around there. I do gotta say, as much as I loved Black and White, and I do love a lot of the mons that we got there, I kind of also hope we never get a generation that big again. Doing 150, right, for the first generation kind of made sense. They didn't really necessarily know if there would ever be a sequel. And starting off your franchise with a lot of Pokemon is definitely a good idea, right? I think that doing it this late into the franchise is just kind of odd. 156, okay. Are we still untangling the same suitcase of yarn? Just how bad is this MC main character at unpacking things with a remove? Yeah, so like you're gonna be doing it for the entirety of the game. People are saying hateful things because they want to say hateful things, pretty much. There are too many Pokemon. I agree, sort of. I think if we had this number of Pokemon with more generations, I wouldn't agree with that. But I do think we've had some gens that are just too big, and I think, as much as I love Black and White, that was definitely one of them. We've also had some that, in my opinion, were too small by comparison. Whoops. But honestly, I'd almost rather take I don't know. What would I prefer? If they release a generation that had another 150, or a generation that had, like, 10, right? Like, I feel like I'd rather take the 150. Because at least there's something going on there. Like, 10 new Pokemon, like, would be a bit bizarre. So I guess rather than go larger than smaller. Take it for a spin. So yeah, this is the one earlier where I was like, this one like is like extremely easy, and like, how could you ever mess up on this one? And then I did mess up on one of them, so guess I should look slightly more carefully before selecting my answer. I guess it is kind of about speed though, right? Supposed to go fast. Oh yeah, as I was saying earlier, about like the length of the yarn that you untangle. I'm guessing that it doesn't just have to do with how fast you're going. I'm guessing it also has to do with oh yep, I'm dumb. Also has to do with the difficulty, right? Because these puzzles get harder as you go, and they level up as you go. And so you probably get more length of the yarn when you are doing a harder one. Smash through rocks to reach the goal. Neat. So I don't even see. I'm guessing you have limited hammer swings. That's my assumption. I'm blocking it. I'm blocking it. Okay, it is just down. Cool. I could have assumed. Yeah. This is the first. Okay, not the first. This is one of the few DLC ones that's starting off just like incredibly simple. But this one could actually get interesting if they do have gravity applied, right? So long as as long as the entire block is freed. If even one part of a block, even that 3 long one you saw there is caught, then it doesn't fall. Yeah, this is one of the ones I actually really liked. I thought I would suck at it more than I did, and then we actually did pretty well. 2, 3, oh, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I actually really do like this one. Okay, well, not when it goes this easy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think this one is like, my brain likes it. I say as I mess up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. That's the I need to go around. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, nope, that is not correct. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right, I need to escape. Right, that makes sense. I have to get out of that little loop. So you basically just go in and get the 5, get out. Okay. I don't know how they fix it now, though. And they kind of did. They kind of did fix it by not having every Pokemon in every game, which I'm still not a big fan of. I like how they did Black and White, where the whole region is just new Pokemon. If they're gonna do a large gym, that's the way to go. Like, make it, like, just new Pokemon for the first run through. And then once you beat the game, or at least make it to a certain point, right? Then, you know, give us the old stuff back. A lot of people don't agree. That's a kind of controversial opinion, it seems. But it forces you to use the new things. It's kind of the only way I think they could ever do that many new Pokemon again. Yeah. People would start a riot if they made a new gen, or it's only 10 new mons. I would like a new gen, but also just as new mons, like some isolated island. And the post-game airport, you get travel to catch some previous gen or something. Again, I think it depends on the size of the generation. If they go massive again, right? If they pull another Black and White and they do 150 Pokemon, I think that's the way to go. If you did like Scarlet and Violet, you know, generation, and you could only do the new ones, that would be kinda lame. Because there just wouldn't really be enough to fill out the roster, in my opinion. I'm speaking like an expert. I just play game. To be fair, in the screenshot for this one, it did show that the grid could go more than 2x2. Like, am I crazy? Did it not show that? Or was I just seeing things in the, like, thumbnail for this game? You know, it's wild that it still hasn't done that. Bam. Shouldn't it be all white in the corner? Wait. Wait, why can't I put it back? There we go. Okay. It's weird that it wasn't, like, duplicated across both sides. That or it was, and maybe I'm having pattern recognition issues. Don't wake Gengar. Light the halls, but don't wake. Okay. Please place lamps wherever. The opposite of Bomberman. Wow. Where we can't risk waking him. Which tile is safe? Maybe this one? Like, really? Oh, okay. I have to let all of them. Okay. When they put him in his own box like that, how are you supposed to fail? It kind of defeats the entire purpose of that game. All right, back to drawing lines. Wasn't all this one was? You just connect the correct Pokemon in a line. Should we try? Oh, okay. Okay. It leaves your line where it was. Should we try to actually, like, just try to go as fast as we can for one of these? I'm gonna make more mistakes if I try to go super fast, but I think it'd be fun. 190.9. Let's try it. On this next run, we're gonna try and just go as fast as I can. Less caution, more mistakes. I think you're going. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Green. All right, let's try. Okay, so one of them is new. All right, gonna attempt the speed run. Of course, it has to have this Tandemaus one, which actually messed with my brain earlier. Oh, I didn't even know you could pick which one you wanted to highlight. Oh god, come on, pick one. Because this game is supposed to... Why can't... Oh my god, okay, this is terrible. This is a terrible start. This is a terrible start. This way... No, this way. I keep looking at the opposite one, the one that I'm grabbing, and then I keep trying to go in the wrong direction because of it. I'm like, okay, let's try to go as fast as we can, and then immediately just like... Okay, come on. Immediately just run into the wall multiple times. This Tandemaus one is messing with my brain today. It did not do that when we played the other day. Friend speedrun is real. I mean, I'm not going to be setting no records there, Borusu. But, okay, empty spots based on the photos. Oh, God. So, after Pomo, you. After Jigglypuff, you. Before Pomo, you. What is that? Togedemaru. You know, okay, I'll say, I could have been doing this a lot easier. So, you're lower, you're higher. It's like when there was only one option, that would have been the far easier. Whoa. Wait, did I get that backwards? Huh. Wait, that's backwards again, yeah. Wow, we're getting the wrong ones we're going to try and actually go super fast with. Reversing the footage of that game and pretending those mice are getting divorced. Yeah, we're not setting any records this go around. Holy god, I'm bad. At least this one is super simple. You just get to the flag. Is there even like a... I don't think there is. Like, there's not like a step limit, is there? The diagonals look kind of weird to me. Although it's better than whenever I thought you had to use the D-pad for it, because it doesn't really work so well on a D-pad. Alright, my terrible attempt at a speedrun. Hey, Becca, welcome to stream. Been a little bit. Oh god, that's evil. Yeah, wow. We've been hitting like 190s. I'm like, alright, let's try to go as fast as we can. We're gonna make some mistakes, but let's try to go faster. And I just... 177. And I believe that means, with no new ones here, that 1 hour into stream, we have now seen all of the DLC puzzles. Did any of them stand out to me? Again, I wish I could just go, like, see... Why can't I just go look at all of the puzzles available, at the very least? I like the Primate one. That was pretty cool. I guess I didn't play enough of just the base game, literally like an hour and 20 minutes, to really have them stand out. Okay, we pulled the Zard. I can now sell my save file for a few grand. Nice grassy yarn. Chikorita, another starter. St. Bridges, thank you very much for subscribing. We have the Sparky yarn and first puzzle. You know, I even think about it. Can we get shinies? Can we get shinies in this? Oh, okay, and we got a bunch of insured. Like, come on, they have to make shiny plush a thing. Tatsugiri, the best form, the curly form. And Gudra. And then last one is the feathery, and we have a Starly. That one doesn't even have Pokemon slapped on it. Yeah. Would have been leaked by now. That's a good point, but I also haven't been looking. I watched the reveal yesterday. I did some things I had to get done. Then I played this and went to bed. Woke up today, went to work, got home, had to do some more things I had to do, and streamed. So I haven't seen any opinions on this game online as of yet, aside from those being said in chat, nor any info like that. But it is disappointing, if true, Becca, that there's no shiny. This one. It'd be so evil to make them shiny too. Oh, are you referring to them selling the like you can order the plush through the game? That's just a square guy. Can't confuse me with them steps. I have played enough of the craft. Oh god, I forgot. In the Discord, my profile picture is still is still a the crying obsidian block. Wow, that one actually is throwing me through a loop. That? Yeah, that one actually got me there for a minute. It's kind of disappointing if that's the case, or there's no shiny. Like that. Oh, they're gonna lock that behind a DLC, aren't they? Because you can only get new plush in this game through the DLC. At least that's the way it seems. Like right now. Why did I push it all the way over? Currently, it seems that's the case, right? Because they're like, oh, but the DLC and new plush get added. So we're probably not gonna get like actual content updates. It's probably always going to be paywalled updates. Can you ask about how I got attached to Litton? Because the minigame reminded me of his story. Let's see. Oh, I didn't see your message back there. This game is so cute, but daylight robbery, yeah. I don't disagree. But I didn't even think about that. Like, we aren't ever... I'm guessing. No one can really tell the future. Unless they feel pressured by negative outcry. We're probably never going to see actual updates for this game, right? Like, oh, here's a new content. Here's a new, like, one more mini game. Like, it's all just gonna be paywalled. A212! New record again! And plain yarn. Cool. Normal type. Alright. God, the Froakie one. What's that other one again? Oh, yeah, you have to flip. Wait. Yeah, you have to get them centered. And then beam of light. Definitely gonna reuse assets in this game, but I won't complain. Like, I know it sounds like I'm complaining. It really doesn't matter. Does it feel kind of cheap as a result? Sure. But just kind of weird. 6. This is just the most boring one. 6 again. God, when they just like do this, where like from one view you can see all of them. Come on. It's like, okay, putting walls up, right? That actually makes sense. You gotta have a little bit of object permanence. But again, the default view did show all 2 of them that were there. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this was the surround them. So, there. And... Wait, yeah, no. I am dumb. Okay, diagonal, I'm dumb. I forgot diagonal. So... Is that... What am I... Okay, maybe I'm worse... Okay, yeah, so I need to go... I'm just gonna click on all of them. Because you only get one piece in this one. Am I dumb? I think I'm dumb. Why was the diagonal really screwing with my head there? How many people in chat were just, like, getting crazy angry at me for that one? Maybe I am worse at this one than I thought. It's like the unneeded one right here is what throws me off. Okay, no, okay, it's the one above that one that threw me off. Okay, that one is actually a lot more challenging now. Wow, I am terrible. Now, overall thoughts on the presents, by the way. A lot of people are really upset. I don't fully agree. Was a lot shown? No. Am I able to just get excited over seeing more of ZA? Very much so. That was kind of the highlight for me. This game definitely interested me. I think the biggest thing is that they did do, you know, like day one release, right? They announced it and then immediately released it. That's really cool to me. But I don't know. I think seeing more from Champions is also cool. But I agree with the amount of hype people were getting for it. Like, oh, we're getting new remakes. We're getting yada yada. I don't even want to see it. Wow, 188 with me even feeling one. I don't know. I think it was fine. I'd give it like a firm C. It just felt like an update, not really like, here are the cool things that we're doing. But they're making toys for Gen 7 at McDonald's, and I went to McDonald's at this time for the first time in my life and got the Linton one. Oh, that's awesome, man. Or it's like when that was a thing? I'm guessing. Safil time. Go, Safil! Roll! Oh yeah, I forgot you can actually go too fast. We intentionally tested that last time. I love that it literally just sounds like glass whenever it's like spins too quickly and hits the wall. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was definitely the wrong way. Back here, this way, and that way. Poke Park is cool. I keep trying to read chat and then remembering. Oh wow, wow! I actually just did that. Yeah, there. This is the first time also on this Safil one, that we're also getting mixed up. So hey, the game is slowly getting more challenging. Pokepark's cool. I love what we saw of ZA. Champions is fine. Nothing groundbreaking. Yeah, I agreed. Like there was nothing like a big thing out of the presents, but I still think it was neat, right? ZA showed me a hot evil guy, so I was happy for that at the very least. Yeah, more counting. And 2. See, it's whenever they start to like actually like shuffle it up that I'm gonna get actually mixed up on this one. When they follow like externally repeating patterns like that, it feels a lot easier. Like right here. Am I actually counting right now? Yeah. Wow. I realized I was counting. I was like, no, I don't need to do that. Oh, did it? Oh, I didn't realize it changed the puzzle. 1. 1. Neat. I don't know why they're so adamant on shoving mobile news in those. I agree. The mobile news updates in presents just feel kinda lame. Like, I get, like, you know, those games have players, right? But even whenever I got into, like, a mobile game, I didn't need to see it, like, an update for the game in some big announcement show. Just throw the update into the game. Oh, so that one, okay, so Togekiss has to travel 4 squares. First time I've even seen a Togekiss so far. Oh, right. You have to travel... Am I... Wow, I am dumb. You go there. Shout-out aren't meant to kiss. God, I feel like I'm getting dumber as the stream goes on. Does this game do the opposite of, like, help your brain? 216. Somehow that was a new record? Okay. I'll take it. I'm starting to feel like the yarn length is pretty random. I get the Unite news, but Cafe Remix, that one is weird. Do any of you guys play Cafe Remix? I don't think I've even downloaded it. Like, it didn't interest me. I feel like ideally I should try it out. It just didn't really seem to be a thing for me. No kissing for chat-ons. You tried it, okay. I've heard mixed things, and mostly those mixed things are exactly what you said there, Becca. I tried it, and it wasn't for me. That's what I keep hearing. I don't think I've ever heard anyone, at least in my community, like, actively talk about playing Cafe Remix or being, like, excited for anything in it. You there, then move up. Done it recently and got bored after like 20 minutes. Yeah, that's about what I expected out of it. But they're definitely still pushing it, so surely it's making money, right? Like, if they're still going hard on it. Or maybe they're just trying to give you the impression that it's making money and they're going hard on it because all these people like it, but it doesn't. I don't tend to see that reaction. Maybe I should just actually go look at reviews. There. Again, some of these are like, you know, we only saw this one like once yesterday, and this is the first time today, and it's just you can just pick up and go. I think that's the biggest upside of this game is if you're on your Switch. I'll keep saying that about this thing. This game is great if you are on your Switch, you are bored, and you don't know what to play. You can just pick this up, play a couple mini games. Same experience here. Like I don't know. Maybe I should actually try to give it a shot, but it sounds like it's not worth my time. Feels worse than Shuffle/Troze. The best thing to come out of it was the art style. I can agree on that. I have a shopping bag with a Pokemon Center cross promotion on it. I like Pokemon Cafe and play it daily, but the gacha system is eating holes in my brain. Okay, well hey, somebody does play it. I spend more time in their Shuffle game. Like, I'm not even talking bad about it. It doesn't seem like it's for me. And I never really heard anyone ever talking about it. So it just felt weird to be seeing get promoted during those. Is that just an L or is that okay? Just re-downloaded Quest and that's been fun. I enjoyed Quest. It was extremely simple. I hear a lot of people really don't like the Quest games. I think that they're fine. They're really simple. There's not a whole lot of complexity to them. I feel similar to Quest I do about this. It's a fun thing to pick up and play when you're bored, but you probably won't necessarily always just like get the itch to play Quest, you know what I mean? I wish we got the Chinese Quest updates. I don't know anything about that. Are they actually like doing some cool things there? Play on our train without but without internet access and stuff. I think it doesn't work without internet. I don't know. Maybe I would assume with a lot of like modern mobile gaming, especially with large companies like, you know, Pokemon Company / Nintendo, that they would likely require always online, which is trash to be fair. I never care for games having always online requirements if the game doesn't actually have like a component that requires it, right? Like if you're playing like an MMO, it makes sense that it's always online because like that's where the servers are. I just did that one incorrect. Do I need to go? Yeah, I just need to go around the square. Dumb. They updated the game regularly, so that I'm guessing they are not here. Yeah, it's nice when I'm bored for a bit when I'm having brain fog. Yeah, like that's kind of how I see that and this. Like maybe when you first download this or, you know, first pick up Quest, like it's probably just like a fun thing to, you know, you're probably gonna play it a bit actively for the, you know, a little while, but eventually that's what it's gonna turn into, is just like a time killer, right? Did you play mystery dungeon games? Oh, can I get crushed? Yeah, you actually can. That's funny. Ironically, yes. I actually streamed the newest mystery dungeon. Never finished it. We did a couple streams of it. I honestly got kind of bored. Like, don't get me wrong, I really want to see more. I just think I needed a break from it. I do plan on getting back to it on stream. Wow, did I really just do that completely backwards? I really do want to play more of it, but I need a bit of a break from it, so that'll probably happen eventually. Get smaller, get pointy. But yeah, I had never played a Mystery Dungeon game, to be fair, so like that is a new one for me. Never got into them growing up. Never had the opportunity to play them growing up. Most of the Pokemon games just plainly don't work without internet, especially like Cafe, because you don't interact with anyone. Wait, really? You have to have internet to play Cafe? I get Go not working without internet. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you know, online for certain events in Cafe, as they are played with teams. But I mean, again, like you said there, for certain events, the fact that it's required all of the time, why not just lock you out of the events, right? Also, microtransactions. Yep. Crushing Espeon with the rock is something I totally did intend to see at 4 a.m. I had to know, can you crush the the Espeon? It wasn't Espeon, right? People are gonna, these are the important questions, right? That might convince someone to buy the game. Like they weren't sure the $10 was worth it. They learned that you can crush an Espeon, and that just sold them on the game. That Diglu one? Okay, that's just the whole cover one. Okay. I'll say it didn't look familiar. Doesn't images in Discord. They have the first 3 gens in full, and also a bunch of other random Pokemon, and well, also character customization and a bunch of online stuff like PvP. Really, that was all the thing with Pokemon Quest is that it was a very simple game. It was kind of mindless. So it kind of felt like it needed more content, and it might have actually like succeeded, right? If it had the extra content, it might have actually gone somewhere. But it seemed like they were averse to doing anything with it, or like giving you things to do, really. Wow, a lot of movement in this one. I only have stuck those last ones. Well, I made some moves there I didn't really need to make, though. Buying this game solely to speedrun Espeon Rock Crush. I think that was one of the DLC ones, so you'll have to buy the game and the DLC pack that came with, and then see how long from a fresh install can you get to that mini game and then crush an Espeon. I think it was made purely just to promote Let's Go and act as a holdover for the first actual Switch game. Does that timeline line up? I don't know. Balloon that won't get popped. We haven't seen this one today. We saw the other version of it where you had to pop all of the balloons. I can't believe they make you throw rocks at Espeon. Since Pokken didn't so well, it's probably just who your guys trust. I actually enjoyed Pokken. To be fair, I didn't play the one on the Switch. A friend of mine had a Wii U, one of those elusive Wii U owners. And I played the original Pokken tournament there. Mystery Dungeon just wasn't for me. Maybe I just didn't play long enough, but the story didn't really pick up, and I found it monotonous. It took a few streams for the story to start getting somewhere, so I don't disagree. I heard someone in a video a little while back say that they feel like people who say that Mystery Dungeon are good are people that grew up playing it and they're nostalgic for it. I don't think I've played enough of it still to really just to agree with that, but I don't necessarily disagree. I just got so jump scared right now. Her car outside. You're not allowed to be outside. This late in Ukraine. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, I liked it. It didn't just sell it. Yeah. It was an interesting idea. I've been saying for a long time if they made a Warriors Pokemon game, I'd be so down. Like, Dynasty Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, Fire Emblem Warriors. Would be unbelievably hyped for that, because I love the Warrior series. I'm not even like a big Zelda guy. Wait, what do you... Oh, okay. Not even like a big Zelda guy. I played Hyrule Warriors, and I loved it. I have played all the way through both of the Fire Emblem Warriors games, and basically 100%ed the Switch one. Been playing Dynasty Warriors since I was a kid. Like, I think that's just like kind of like the dream thing for me that Pokemon can do. The story is good at gameplay. It looks so boring to me. This quest and remix are easier for younger players to pick up. I think they really should scale the difficulty here. We've seen it, Nora, getting harder slowly. Like, when... I'd say the first, like, 45 minutes of the stream yesterday playing this, there wasn't even, like, an attempt at a challenge. And now, like, I've messed up a couple times, right? We even failed one today. Probably just because I'm stupid, but we did fail one today. This one. So, like, I feel like this game will pick up, but honestly, it takes so long to get harder. I don't think most people are gonna want to get far enough for it to pick up in difficulty. I mean, so far now, I've played, what, like, close to 3 hours of this, between last stream and this one. And, like, it's still not quite where I would consider it, like, challenging. Like, only on a rare occasion, right? You there. Whoop, okay, we don't need pink at all. Yellow, pink, blue. I think something related to the PokePark games on Wii would be cool. I actually picked up, yeah, this a little while ago. I had never actually played any of the PokePark games, but I did pick one up, so that might be a thing on the channel one day. That might be a fun stream. And my game shelf is literally, like, right next to my desk setup now. So I have to actually play PokePark to decide, but that is definitely one I really want to play. Also, sirens going off. So car outside is even more. Oh wow. Sheeran the Wanderer was way better than Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I don't know. I always heard all of this love for Mystery Dungeon, and again, I do want to go back and continue it. I just question, am I wanting to go back and continue it for the sake of completion, right? Or am I wanting to go back and continue it because I was actually enjoying my time with it? I think if it wasn't for, me doing Pokemon stuff for YouTube, I would probably have a lot less interest in actually, and actually going back and finishing that game. I wish there's like a quick grab. I still haven't tested it. I still don't know if this game works with touchscreen controls. We kind of theorized yesterday, but I don't actually know. 221.7 new record somehow. Once again, I made some weird mistakes in that one and got slowed down. PokePark on Wii is such a mystery to me. Kind of hard to explain as someone who hasn't actually played it. It looks like it's just a game with a lot of things to do, like a bunch of mini games, but also like some free roam areas, if I understand correctly from the original trailers. It looks fun. I also saw a video pretty recently that showed that you can straight up just attack and harass friendly Pokemon in that game, which is like kind of cruel and an evil thing to do. But wild that the Pokemon Company, or whoever actually developed that one, made that an option in the game. That you can just walk up to, like, your buddies in that game and just start using Pikachu's Thunderbolt on them. Okay, second time I think we've seen this one. Yeah, neat. I swear we're seeing, like, some, like, exact puzzles over and over again. Like, that first one was, like, one for one, the exact same layout as a previous one that we saw. I feel like this game, like, were all of the levels in this one, like, completely handmade? Like, some procedural generation is an option. Like, they could use some procedural generation in this. I just starting to think that they didn't, that every stage is handmade. I mean, you're throwing this many puzzles, like, you know, with the DLC, you're looking at 50 into the game. It makes me concerned that they didn't make that many variations. And by not letting you select which one you want to play, by making you play 3 random ones every time, it allows them to cover up, you know, you probably won't notice as much the same puzzle over and over. But if we did that block one right there, like this one right here, you know, for 15 minutes straight, right, you'd probably see the exact same one a lot of times. Granted, that one was only so much variation you can really do. Something like the minute one over there would make a bit more sense. You could do a bit more with it. Excited to pick this up because I believe my daughter will love playing it and she's getting into Pokemon. That's awesome. Most of Wii stuff is, so it's not surprising. I think we didn't have Wii here ever, really. I mean, it was Nintendo's highest selling console up until the Switch, the Wii U being one of their all-time worst. I mean, I don't think you can get any worse than the Virtual Boy, but the The Wii U definitely wasn't moving them numbers. My brother was actually one of the few people that got his hands on a Wii U. He was super big on it, and honestly, like, seeing a lot of the crap he was playing at the time, I was actually like, man, I kind of want to get one of these, but money. It's like, I don't think the Wii U is like a terrible console by any means. I think the biggest downfall of the Wii U was their terrible marketing, calling it the Wii U. Like, when all of their accessories for the Wii started with Wii something, it just looks like, oh, here's a tablet for the Wii. Like, is this like the what is that? The Wii Draw tablet? Like, no, I don't need that. Like, man, they have to understand, like, the Wii was being picked up by, like, people who don't play games. They're not going to keep up with the news on, like, oh, this is a new console. Like, I feel like the Wii could have actually gone somewhere if it wasn't for its terrible name. Not that the design was the best. I still don't think that the Wii U gamepad is that comfortable to hold for long periods of time. Wow. Okay. Big dumb. Let's see. Most of the Wii stuff is not surprising. Okay. We didn't have anything from Nintendo here till like Nintendo Switch blew up, really. And I think there wouldn't be even Switches if not for the internet existing. Fair. I did not even look at which one we're doing. I went straight from chat to pressing the A button. Oh, okay, this one. Draw line. I feel like this is one that would like be pretty dang easy to just like power through fast. This is the minigame that we needed whenever we were trying to, like, you know, say screw mistakes, see how fast we can go. This is the one that we needed. All right, there's gonna be another new record. I feel like that one was pretty good. Aside from one mistake in the box one, there's gonna be another new record, and it was 231.1. If it did, it was probably overpriced and not very legally imported. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. All right, let's go here again. I believe we have quite a bit to go through this time. So we're gonna start off backwards. We're gonna go with our dragon type first. Favorite Pokemon game on the Switch, 100% Legends Arceus. While it's easy to argue Scarlet and Violet, okay, we have two forms of Tatsugiri now. It's easy to argue Scarlet and Violet. I think the biggest advantage Scarlet and Violet has is it has a lot more content going on, right? It was a lot more heavily supported with more development time. Not only the themes of Legends Arceus, but also the freedom of Legends Arceus. It felt like you were a part of the world, right? I don't know, like, Legends Arceus is just fantastic to me. I was a little disappointed that the next Legends game isn't also, like, set in the past, but that's just a thematic thing. If it offers, like, the same level of freedom and yada yada, I'm probably still gonna be stoked on it. I'm more of, like, an ancient history buff, though, so I prefer the back in time theme. Okay, I'll take two, Raichu. Soggy Yarn, to mimic you. Fiery Yarn, Cyndaquil, we already have him. Plain Yarn, we have the Wooloo. Whenever it fades the white like that to do the bonus, it catches me off guard. But yeah, 100% Legends Arceus. I would say Legends Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, then... Good question. I think Sword and Shield is probably the worst mainline games we've had, in my opinion. And that's coming from someone who has another generation that they actually don't like. I'm not a big fan of Diamond and Pearl. Sword and Shield is really disappointing. It was fun at the time because it was the Pokemon game on Switch, right? Compared to what came after, I mean, obviously after usually equals better, right? But 100% Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, bottom tier. 100% bottom tier. Let's Go a little bit above them. I've actually been thinking lately, because like I really was not into Let's Go. I didn't like it at all. So much so that I did play through it. I got to the Elite Four and was kind of stopped playing. Like, I got through Victory Road, dropped my save, stopped playing for the night, and just never picked it up again. It just, it didn't catch me at all. Now, like, lately I've been thinking, I kind of want to go back and give it another shot, right? Because that was, like, around release, like, I feel like I didn't really give it a fair shake. It's a more simplified... Oh, wait, it's a more simplified take on the mainline Pokemon games, and I feel like I didn't really go into it with that expectation. Oh, wait. Why do I keep trying to read chat when I'm playing timer-based puzzles? Why do I keep doing this to myself? Okay, when you're playing a line that long, it makes it pretty obvious. What game was that? I went to the bathroom. Yeah, let's go. Just, I don't know. There are parts of Let's Go that that were, even to me back then, were like enjoyable, but I feel like I just didn't give it a fair shot, and I kind of want to go back to it again. I'll probably be like one of the only people playing Let's Go in the year of 2025. But I don't know. I feel like it's something I want to go back and do sometime. God knows when. If I do, I'll probably have to stream it though, right? You guys will be interested in that. I would just delete my save. There's not really anything there worth saving. I'll just transfer Pokemon out and move on. No, I'm considering picking up Sword or Shield. Honestly, whatever is going to be available over Arceus. Mostly because Pinterest spammed me with Leon and other Dragon Guy Gay stuff, and I'm so curious. I don't think Sword and Shield was terrible. Like, the story and stuff was interesting, and the wild area felt like Pokemon, like, trying to see, like, oh, maybe we actually can do some, like, free room stuff maybe one day. I don't know. I think it was... Sword and Shield felt like they tried something new in a couple little corners, and the rest of it just felt paint by numbers to me. The second we got Scarlet and Violet, I have not looked back. Honestly, I don't think I even went back to it... Oh, wait, no, I'm dumb. I don't think I even went back to it after Legends Arceus. At least if I remember correctly. I don't know. There were definitely things to enjoy. I think I was being a bit too harsh on Sword and Shield, but I still hold by the theory that in 10 years you're not going to have very many people that get nostalgic and want to go back to Sword and Shield. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll only get one whack at it. Bam. I'm just gonna take my leave. I keep trying to reach it. And sleep tonight, everyone. All right, thanks for coming out. I would read out your name, but it is lengthy. 1, 2. 2 again. Here and here. Cool. If it wasn't for DLC, feeling like new experience, I think I wouldn't really care as much for it. See, that's also part of, like, my opinion is skewed, right? Because I barely touched the DLC. I want to say I played through the first DLC, but I, like, just ran straight through it. I don't know. I just maybe that didn't help that I don't really go through those. I never played Violet and just started on Switch 2. Looks very nice. Man, you are starting off the best way possible. Like, again, I love Scarlet and Violet. They're fantastic games. The performance on the Switch was just so bad. Don't get me wrong, I put a crazy amount of time into it. Wow, okay. Oh, I get 2 whacks. Cool. I put a lot of time into... no, that was incorrect. You and you. I put a lot of time into Scarlet and Violet on the What am I... No, that's 100% not it. Is it not? Okay, I did the small one first, didn't I? On the Switch 2, performance is just, like, far improved. After I stopped playing Scarlet and Violet, and I tried to get back into it again, it's almost like the performance was worse, or maybe I was less inclined to deal with the bad performance because it wasn't new to me anymore. I couldn't do it. Like, especially in the DLC areas, like dropping down to like 5 FPS. Like, I make that joke all the time, but like, it feels like sometimes it literally gets down to 5 FPS. Like, I couldn't do it, man. It's the big reason why I was super excited for the Switch 2. It's the main reason I was excited for the Switch 2, is I could play Scarlet and Violet again. Need to go... Wait. Did I screw myself over? Yeah, I did. I need to keep one of those. So there. Yeah, that one took me a lot longer than it should have. I didn't realize that I just, like, fail-stated myself there. Okay, Rowlet, go down. Wow, okay. We have definitely found one that I am doing terrible on. How do I get... I need, like, the Rowlet to get behind the blue there. Right? Yeah, I'm just fail... Yeah, 100% fail state. Wow. Man, I'm terrible. Still the first game I'm planning to pick up is Scarlet, because funny red sandwich dog on cover. Man, before the game's released, I was a bigger fan of Miraidon. I just like its design more. I don't really know how to word it. Wow, why did that one stun lock me? Yeah, okay. Talking right now is not working for me. Oh, okay, it's 2. Oops. Okay, this one is definitely getting a lot more challenging. You know what? I'm just gonna straight up count. 5. Okay, they're definitely getting more challenging on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. I forgot what I was even saying. Like 100%. Yeah, after actually playing through Scarlet, because my wife went on Violet, so I went with Scarlet. Man, Koraidon, like, so just, like, super expressive, man. Like, the way that they animated him, and... Nah, like, Koraidon's 100% the way to go. Obviously, it's opinionated, obviously. But Miraidon, by comparison, feels a lot more... I mean, obviously by design, right? Oh, okay, there's different color keys now. Obviously by design, Miraidon feels a lot more... like, stoic. Like, you don't really have, like, emotion behind it to the same degree by any means. But yeah, I was 100% like, Miraidon's like the one I want to go with, and then, like, no, went the complete other direction. Although in the TCG, I did run that Miraidon deck, and absolutely loved my time with it, so... Still a big fan of it in the card game. Same, I spent more time thinking, in past Pokemon designs, and Koraidon's one is better in my opinion. Oh, like the future and past. I mean, I think the biggest thing with Koraidon is that it's just kind of dumb. They gave it that, like, the wheels it doesn't use. Like, we got the Wooloo. Like, the wheels just kind of exist. I wonder if your Arceus runs any better. Sam, I really hate to disappoint you, man, but I had the same question. I was really excited to get back to it. Also, we got the Furret. Super exciting to get our little Furret. I had the same question. I was really excited to get back to Legends Arceus. Sort of. That's the answer. It sort of runs better. By technicality. The Switch has more horsepower behind it, so it's naturally going to be able to run games better. Still the same frame rate limit, no actual improvements graphically or anything like that. So technically it runs better, yes. Are you really going to notice it? No. And if anything, on the actual Switch screen, it kind of looks worse. with like higher resolution screen. I mean, if you had hands and feet, would you slide your throat on a rugged ground? That's fair. But I don't know. Maridon also had like the wheel thing going on, and the wheels were actually used. It seemed weird. It has like the wheels on its body, but they're not actually wheels. It just runs. Anyways, stream is not over yet, but I will be back in about a minute. So I will return. Oh man, it's playing the meme song. Anyways, we're back. That'd totally only be like a minute. Anyways, back to untangling. I saw level 4 in there. We're getting up there in this game. We did reach another fail state, so it is definitely getting more challenging slowly. Down, right. Oh yeah, I forgot that's not how that works. I'm dumb. Wow. Okay. No, go back, go over, go down. I think it's confirmed. I am getting dumber as I play this game. It is late, to be fair. I also had a pretty long day at work. Okay, yeah, we need to go over this way. Wait, that's not even an option. Okay, yeah, that works, yeah. Because it won't move, I'm dumb. Yeah. Over here. Why am I failing this one so hard right now? I keep forgetting I can reverse the direction if I just approach it from the other angle. I think it's like the worst game for me to stream. You guys gotta see how bad I actually am at puzzle games. To be fair, I don't really do puzzle games. I have one little dumb puzzle game on my phone that I've been playing for years. And it's real easy to, it's real easy to feel smart when you've been playing the same puzzle game for years. We get 2, so 1 there, 1 there. This makes me want to play Balloons Tower Defense. That's all this does. This mobile game clone just makes me want to play a different mobile game. Good job. Thank you, game. Yes, my favorite. This is the one. Even though, like, I don't think I've actually struggled on this one at all, right? Like, I made like one run was a bit harder. Like, this is my favorite minigame. Like, and I that's another thing, like, you know, if I could just like pick up this game and just play the ones that I want to, that would be cool. But you don't have that choice. Wait, okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait. Okay, yeah, we gotta kind of snake it. Oh, nope. Okay, we need to ignore that first one. Wow, I might... Okay, no, we have to go... Here, snake? I get you. I get you. Neat. Just balloons and arrows. I guess another one that doesn't even have a Pokemon slapped on it. Yeah, the balloon one? Yeah. At least the Gimme Goal one, right? It is Gimme Goal themed. It is just coins, but, you know, kind of Gimme Goal-esque. I'm excited to get back to full-time streaming here soon. Again, this stream might, we'll see, might be it for the month. But we'll see. Oop, yeah, that was the wrong one. But did 2 yesterday. Not really normal to do 2 streams in a day like that. Just kind of how it worked out. Because I just wanted to stream the presents. I thought it'd be fun. Oh, right. You got the line going through the center. See, even this one is starting to get somewhere. What's Pokemon Friends? It is this game. It was just announced and released yesterday during the Pokemon Presents. Basically a mini game puzzle collection that has proven it starts off unbelievably simple, and it does seem like we had hoped to actually be getting harder over time. I think it's just taken too long. Because yesterday's stream was an hour 20. This has been going on, so about 3 hours I've played the game, and it's finally starting to get to the point where, like, wow, okay, I'm actually, like, being challenged on things. Only 2 picks here. But yeah, welcome to stream there. Jedali, I'm guessing it's pronounced. Oh god, my nemesis. This is just my worst. This is just my worst one. My brain can't comprehend. Like, okay, super simple. Super simple. Also simple. Then they're gonna throw a messed up one at me. Okay, nope. Also simple. Red, blue, red, blue. Okay, cool. My nemesis, and I was able to go straight through it. What do you know? 213, not a record. I don't even know what my record is. Can you actually view that? I'm curious, because I know you have the calendar, and the calendar lets you see, like, what ones you played that day, which feels weird. Like, oh, hold on. First off, it's only showing 2 runs. You can go back and play specific ones. It's behind a really dumb menu. Really? I'm assuming that no one in chat today knew about that. With how much I've been kind of, like, complaining about how that's not a feature. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But I'm guessing you don't actually get anything for it, right? Wow. Okay, yeah, we're seeing a duplication puzzle already. I watched the video, like today, some guy made and literally constructed Mega Dragonair deck stuff into being a current... I don't fully understand. So, you can actually go back... But yeah, it is just for fun. So yeah, your score won't be updated. But you can just go back and select them. But, like, this is such a dumb way to do it. Like, why can't I just have a list of games? I have to go back to this date and go, okay, okay, none of those 6 are the one I'm looking for. Go to the next day. Okay, that's not one of the 6 I'm looking for. Go back, go to the next day. Like, that feels bizarre to me. But you can see, like, how well you kind of did on all of them. Why is there a is there a reason to go back and get the check mark on all of them? Let's see if that's a thing. A weird... Yeah. I don't understand why they would bury it like this. If you don't get anything for it, sure, right? Like, if you only get rewarded for playing through the main game of doing 3 random, sure. Like, that's fine for me. We did learn whenever we, in yesterday's stream, if nobody was here, I intentionally failed. So, we failed all 3 puzzles just to see what would happen. And you actually got a weird piece of yarn. It filled in a slot with there being 5 empty slots. So I think what happens if you completely fail 5 times, it makes up for it and it gives you another one of those pieces. I feel like if they rewarded you with that for going back and playing ones that you've already completed, more of like a free play kind of deal, I'm okay with that. Like, I feel like, a minor reward for getting to play, like, the one that you want to play. Sure. But it seems like there's not going to be one at all. I mean, we're just going to have to see. What did I do wrong here? Oh, right. So, yeah, we need to go right, and then go back, and then forward. Gotcha. Again, we've seen that exact one before. Yep, fail state. We've also seen this exact one before, but, my brain don't work. Yeah, you have to go back and then forward again. So let's see. On the top row, I have a check mark on all 3, but for what purpose? So, okay, so we are doing today's. We're not doing yesterday's. Which I kind of intended to do. I'm just curious, if we do all 6, does something happen? On CA's website, I can read that in a second. Wow, I am dumb. So, I'm guessing this is the exact ones, right? Because everything so far has felt extremely familiar. I think these are, like, down to a T, the exact puzzles that we did, not playing the same game, right? Like, I'm not going to see any new ones. I'm seeing the exact same ones that I saw on that day. That's just a weird choice. I feel like this game has so much potential to be fun, but they tried to do what they could to make it not. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it has so much potential to just be, like, even like a party game kind of deal, right? Like, I don't know, it feels like they took away a lot of the freedom that you should be getting out of, like, a puzzle game pack like this. Out of a collection of 50 mobile games, effectively. Alright, back to my nemesis. But if this is the same one that we just now did, then, we'll be good, because that one was simple. But we've seen it a couple times today. I just want to know, like, if there is anything for actual completion here. Like, going back and replaying a day that you already played. I also want to test something else, on the next one. So, that's the last one. That's all 6. It's just on ZA website, turn the dragon arrow attack or something, a smile in space, and somehow connect it to Mega Dragon Air being... Huh. I want to plug on puzzle battles so bad. That would be cool. Like an online component or something to this. So there's no reward, but they give you little check marks if you go back and play previous days. But one thing I'm curious about when it comes to that check mark, I have 2 questions. One, what if you fail? Right? I'm assuming no check mark. The other one is, what if you pass, but you didn't do as good as you did on the original day, right? So we're going to fail. And then we're going to fail again. Then we're going to go ahead and get one correct. Well, hold on. If I wasn't dumb. So get one correct. Get a second one correct. And that should be enough to pass if we go ahead and fail another one. Alright, there's no way whenever I played this today I failed 3. So, we have definitely met yesterday. We have met the terms for doing worse than the day before. and you still get the check. So what's the point in the check? It's just to say, like, hey, you went back and played this one again that you already did the exact same puzzles for. I don't understand the point. Choose a day at the stamp and try that day's puzzles again. It just feels like wasted potential, man. I heard they're in Gale of Darkness, but I don't own that game. Does NSO Plus have Gale of Darkness? I can't remember, but I think it might. I do not believe so. If it did, that would be fantastic. This feels so useless, then why even include the check marks? I don't know. Like, we can see that we already did the puzzle. We can see that we already completed the puzzle. The check mark are saying, hey, you did this one twice now. I don't... it should at least give you a mark, right? If you went back and you, like, hey, I completed these again, it should give you, like, a mark on the calendar saying that you went back and you did the thing, right? I don't know. That just feels weird. I don't know how to feel about that. I said a little bit ago that it feels like there's a lot of room for fun in this game, and it seems like they tried to, like, do what they could to take that out. It feels even more so now. Like, maybe just a lot of their ideas were never finished. Like, that was supposed to be more, and then they just didn't get to that point. Because they're like, hey, the Presents is coming up, and we have to have the game ready to go to release on the day of the Presents. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm being harsh here. I still stand by my point that I feel like this is just a neat thing to have on your Switch to pick up when you're bored. Like, I still stand by that. Like, if that's all you want a dumb fun thing to pick up and play once in a while when you don't know what else to play. 100% this game is still good for that. I think $10 is fair to have something like that on your Switch that you can just, you know what I mean? Like, I've certainly picked up other games in the past that I knew I wasn't going to get, like, full use out of, but because it would be something to do when I'm just, like, extra bored. Yeah, that way. I think watching this is cooking my brain. Honestly, same. Like, I feel like that's not right? Oh, it was. I feel like I'm getting dumber playing it. And that's not just like you're trying to insult the game. It's like watching the way that I keep failing at things. I feel like I'm getting dumber. Like, that's not like trying to be an insult. Ooh. Yeah. What direction is that going to go? But if it goes that way, yeah. So that has to be turned there. Okay, I'm dumb. I thought that corner piece, the angles keep throwing me off. All right, maybe a record. I doubt it. Yeah, 220. Oh yeah, I was curious if you could even see what your records were, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. Is it gonna populate new missions for us? No. It's so weird that it seemed like the whole idea is that you would get at least like 3 missions a day. There are 3 on screen. 2 of those were from yesterday. Like, I hop on today and I have 1 mission to complete, and it was already completed. It's something that I earned yesterday. I don't know. It just doesn't feel fleshed out. I feel like for what I'm going to use this game for, you know, pick up and play when I'm bored, I feel like this game achieves that. But you are going to have people that are going to want, like, to spend more time on it. To do, like, what we're doing here, like, you know, playing it 2 hours straight. Like, you're going to have people that 100% want that, and that's just, it doesn't seem to be that's what they wanted the game to be. Bam. Neat. Also, 1 mission per day is so dumb. You can finish. I don't know if that's going to be the case, though, right? It might be more random than that. Because we had 4 when we first launched the game yesterday. So it might be more random than 1 mission a day. But if that is the case, that is kind of terrible. Because, like, every set that you complete, you get one plush, and the requirements for like what people are asking so far, it could get more picky. But the requirements so far for like what is required for the mission completion has been very non-specific. So if you're like playing this game a bunch and you're earning a bunch of the plush and like stockpiling it, like you're never actually gonna really have to do anything to complete the mission. It's only 2. Oh, it's 4. Oh god. 6, 7, 8, 4. So yeah, just 1. Second time I think I've had to actually count during that. 4. It'd be more fun if it was 1. Exactly. Like this game would make a fantastic like multiplayer game. Rather it's online or local, right? I feel like if you could play online like through like NSO, I think that would be a huge thing. Oh, it was 3. Big dumb. 5, 6, 7. So 2. Let's see here. I hope so, because it's 1 mission day is weird. Yeah. But yeah, 100%. Like this could be a party game, like akin to like the free play mode in a Mario Party, right? Where you can like just do mini games. Or even like Pokemon Stadium, right? Like the Pokemon Stadium mini games. Like those weren't necessarily meant for like a party mode, but you very much could. I get that none of these games, at least off the top of my head, right? Maybe one of these would work that way, but none of these really feel like you could really have like a variant where, or at least easily have a variant where 2 players are going at once, right? But like, you know, back-to-back competition or something, or again on 2 switches slash phones. I just did the big dumb. Over... How am I going to line myself up with that one? I would have to come from the left side, right? So I'd have to come from this side. Oh, wow. Yeah, big dumb. It's almost 5 a.m. I think my sleep schedule is kind of cooked. Man, mine always is. Do you have a calendar in the paid version? What do you mean? I thought on the Switch it is just the paid version. There isn't a free version on Switch. On the calendar's there. Is that like not a thing on mobile? I would have to assume it is. Bam. The other one's also pretty simple. You can't move backwards, so I would have to like drag you down, then grab you and pull it in. But yeah, Borsu, I 100% understand. My sleep schedule like makes no sense. It's usually pretty trash. It usually leads to me like, oh right. I kind of forgot how this one worked. All right, it has to go there. It's kind of hard to differentiate the green with a certain color being above it. Yeah, I lost complete train of thought of what I was saying. I don't even know which one causes it to cover the most. Like, that's definitely not going to be correct. Can I just move you back? You go there. Wait, no, there. Wow, I'm terrible. All right, see results. So yeah, 2 of those were, I guess, like, does it mean like a higher score when it has the up arrow? I don't really know what that means. But yeah, I'll like get like 5 hours of sleep one night, and then I'll be super tired the next day, and then I'll do it again the next day. I'll get like 4 hours of sleep. And then the next day, I get home from work, and I end up just, like, passing out on the couch for a couple hours because I haven't been sleeping enough. Not really a healthy way to live, but it's how my life has been for the last, like, couple years, probably. But even more so over the last little while. 5 again, Froakie 1. I know I'm going to make a mistake on this one eventually, right? But it hasn't happened. Oh, I was about to say it hasn't happened yet. I knew the second I mentioned it, it would actually happen. For every time I say like, oh, this one's easy, I ain't making a mistake. To be fair though, every time we've seen this one, I've said this is the easiest one. And I've only failed it once. What is that? So yeah, 4. It's just the test of object permanence. I got y'all garbage sleep schedules too. Yeah, it's great. Especially when like work schedule is super consistent. It's about to be even more consistent because it's about to not even exist. So what is it? 1, 2. Last one. Only time it rules in that direction. 2. Yep, nearly 3 a.m. there, man. To be fair, I can't even tell you what time it is. It is about 10 o'clock for me. There? Yes. Neat. Yeah, even though, like, stream's probably not gonna be a whole lot longer. Again, I am pretty tired. Despite saying that, I know myself, I'm gonna end up being up for a while tonight. Like, I'll say, like, on the stream or, like, in the videos, like, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. And then I don't. Like, I intend to, and then it doesn't happen. I do have things to work on, but that can kind of wait till tomorrow, probably. These kind of like softbox ones, right? Like, these can actually get a little bit more tricky than others. I tend to struggle with, like, the 3D space, 3D object ones. I feel like those are some of my worst, along with that one electric one that I'm just terrible at in general. I think it's going to get worse when school starts, and now I'm also going to be worried about graduating and then choosing to go to school again or go to college stuff. That definitely sounds like fun. It's wild though, because like in the past I've had like very inconsistent like work schedules, and I feel like I've had a better sleep schedule during those. A long time ago, I used to work second shift, and the time that we closed was it just depended on when all the customers were gone. That would decide when we would close and go home. So you know, you get in at like, depending on the season, like you'd get in at like whoops. You know, like 4 or 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock maybe. And then sometimes you'd end up working until 3 a.m. Like, other times you'd work till 11. And a bunch of my, like, me and some work friends were a bit insane, because we would have one of those nights where we worked until 2 o'clock. And, you know, most of us had to work the next day. And despite that, we would all, like, go out to eat after work. So it'd be like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we've been working for like 12 hours, and we were like, oh, you know, why go home? Why don't we all like hang out and go get food? I don't think I could do that anymore. At least not as often as we did. Because, you know, actually back then you had places that were open 24/7. I don't think it's even anything. Like, I live in like a city. I don't think that we have anything like that. That's open 24 hours anymore. Not that I can name. It gets smaller as it goes down, so you miss 24/7 places. Yeah, I do too. I used to work at a 24/7 hour place. I did third shift back in the day. It was actually a pretty amazing schedule, I won't lie. I actually like thoroughly enjoyed doing third shift back then. I don't know if I'd really be up for it now. The biggest upside to third shift is that you don't really have to deal with people. You do, you know, obviously occasionally, but not nearly as much. Almost all stores were open. Yeah, I miss it, man. I used to work in my very first job, I worked in a pharmacy. Not in the pharmacy itself, I worked in the retail side. And that was where I did my, whenever I worked third shift. Let me tell you, if you don't like insane people, don't work in third shift at a pharmacy. Because that's when you tend to get the people that are putting things in their veins. The amount of just absolutely wild things. Ooh, this one looks a bit more complex than previous ones we've done here. Okay, yeah, there we go. The amount of insane things that happened during my, like, 1 year working third shift there. Oh, yep, that was incorrect. So yeah, 100% can't recommend working at a third shift pharmacy if you can't handle awkward and possibly even aggressive encounters with random people in the middle of the night. But it was fun. You know, when those things didn't happen. We did get very friendly with our local police department, though, so that was cool. They got used to our phone calls. We also made friends with there was another store near us who had nighttime security, and I ended up kind of buddying up with their nighttime security guard, and eventually got his phone number. And we would call him whenever we had, like, you know, a potential actual threat going on in the location. Because his response time was insanely fast. Obviously, if we felt like we needed to call the police too, we would. But we could just call him because he was literally next door just at all times. I liked that old dude. He was actually a retired cop, so he still had his old, like Crown Vic, and it was, you know, like, obviously, like, repainted and stuff since then. But it's still, like, you know, it had, like, security and stuff on the outside. It was still enough to get people to kind of straighten up if they're, you know, there to do illegal or shady things. He looked official enough, at least. This is the first one of these I've had a bit of a slowdown on that little dots and boxes kind of deal. I get hungry late and early hours, so it hurts my soul a lot. I'm just a disabled degenerate and a caregiver. Parkinson's is super fun. Oh man, that's kind of sweet, but also good God, yeah. I really like that old dude. And then corporate ended up not being happy that we were calling in a third-party security person, and my GM actually even clapped back, just like, hey, you have a bunch of rules about when we can and cannot get emergency services involved. And he was like, you know, if you lightened that, maybe our staff wouldn't feel like they had to find their own security. Of course, that didn't actually go anywhere, because mega corporation, right? But yeah, maybe I can tell some of those third shift stories eventually. What am I? Oh, right. I always forget that you can just move backwards, right? Like right here again. Just step on it again from the other side. I get crazy 24/7, and it's random, so it keeps me on my toes. Fair. Alright. This one is... I like this one. I think it's one of the more fun puzzles that are available. I do want it to also get more complex. Hey, okay, we're getting a bit bigger board here. Like, I want to see more walls. I want to see more pieces that I have to move out of my way. I think it's just a lot of, to me, like the sound effects I like on this one. it helps my little brain. Rules when you feel threatened and call. Yeah, it was kind of wild. I love my dad, so that's worth it. That's fair. But yeah. That's a very common thing. Businesses that are like, yeah, you can call police if you feel like you need to. However, you will not work for us anymore if it doesn't meet these strict guidelines. Isn't it a thing like at Walmart where staff can be reprimanded and or fired? I don't really know how severe it is. If an employee calls the police without having their manager do it for them. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I thought that was Walmart. Kind of wild. Now, of course, you have some states. I think it's a majority of the United States that is hire at will, right? But in states where you have more like employee protections, that rule probably, probably can't get fired for that. But where I live, yes, it is hire at will state. Bam, bam. Yeah, yeah, man, it's wild. Like it's honestly just kind of insane that that's a thing that is legally allowed to tell your employees, like, yeah, you can call the police, you just won't work for us anymore. And the pharmacy in question that I worked for, their policies on like theft were just absurd. The requirements for us to have someone trespass from the store for theft were absolutely insane. And when a customer realized how much our company required us to prove in order for someone to be removed from the store, they would take heavy advantage of it, because now that they understood what the rules were, they knew how to take advantage of them, and they could just steal from us literally every single day, and there was nothing we could do about it. We actually had regulars. We had regulars that were coming in and stealing every day, but they knew the rules and they knew how to do it, and it was just like, yep, I hate it. I also don't want them to keep coming back here. But I literally can't do anything about it, so I guess this guy gets free stuff every day. Bam. Oops, okay, yep, that needs rotated around. Grab and bam. Right there. Oh, okay, don't grab it again. Box. I would like to read chat, but I cannot do currently. I don't know why for a second I forgot I could just rotate that one. Cool. In Ukraine, something would already be in fire if something like that happened. I really like the stream. You have a schedule. Sorry, I keep saying by the way, when I'm reading, I'm dyslexic. I see that I wasn't reading. That was just me saying because I'm bad with filler words. I think I know said pharmacy or they could do that. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty well known in certain circles. Sorry if you already said I missed it. So currently no. This is just kind of like a pretty casual stream. My time is to eventually go full-time streaming starting hopefully next month. I am leaving my job. Streaming isn't my primary content. The videos are, but I'd like to do a lot of streaming with videos still being priority. We got the Ditto, a new one, and Bidoof also new, 2-for-1 news. The other no stream schedule. I'm afraid that if I do end up setting a stream schedule, that because I am prioritizing video content over the schedule, I wouldn't always be able to keep up with it. I feel like there'll be too many times where I fail to. So I might try and, once I get back into the swing of things of streaming more often, I might try and get a, like, pseudo schedule set up. Little Joltik. Oh, they should have been, like, canonical size, like, super tiny. We can try to place it in the room and see if it actually is tiny. Hey, my boy! Okay. Best evolution located, and a Yamper. I'll take the Yamper. I haven't actually done any of the room decoration. Oh, thank you for that, Nora. But yeah, I like the idea of being able to do a schedule, so I might do like a tentative, like, hey guys, I'm gonna try and do the schedule, don't like hold me to it, and we'll see how it goes after a little while. And Corviknight, another one of my favorites. How far are we in this catalog? So total plus we made 68. I think we're doing pretty good. We got a good little collection going on. I do have a good number of favorites here. We haven't done this at all on this stream. I haven't even looked at this yet either. Yeah, I just... Okay, so it does have our total... Okay, so there is a record up there. 249.2 inches. But we actually do also have a list of all the minigames. So that's cool. So we can see what level they're at as well. So what level we've got them to. Like Pikachu's Power Line I've only played twice, and it's at level 2. Hopping Hurdles I've played 5 times, it's at level 5. Then I'm guessing if you do too bad... Leaping Litten, like, yeah, I played it 4 times, it's only gone up 2. I'm really that bad at that one? I didn't think I was. So I think the highest level I've unlocked is 5. I'm guessing 10 is max. Yeah, down here's gonna be more the DLC ones. A DLC one, though, we just got today. I already have it up to level 4, the pairing up there. So yeah, that's interesting. I guess that's a kind of a goal to try and get to, right? Try to get every puzzle type to level 10. Anyways, I probably should have looked more into that one before. Thread is starting to kill me. Alright, well, okay, I didn't mean to go to the store. That's not what I meant to do. I keep forgetting the button is behind me. No, it's not. Wow, wow. Man, I'm telling you, my brain is melting. It's over here. Anyways, here's the room we kind of set up the other day. Let's go for a new one. Oh! You get 2 more room slots with the DLC? Is that how that works? Is that why there are 2 more, I assume? You get 1 room per DLC? No, really on fire. There'd be a huge scandal. Okay. Oh, and we have new backdrops. Okay, don't hate that. Wow, okay, there are a lot. I don't know, surely these aren't all from the DLC, right? Like, surely these are, like you unlock some as time goes on. I don't actually know. Anyways, do we want to put things out? I kind of just like, yeah, let's get shelf, which just feels weird being on like that, like outdoorsy looking wallpaper. I do hate that you can't rotate the furniture. I would like to put the chair, like, kind of angled away in the corner. It's probably better to be flexible anyways. Yeah, but at the same time, it is but it isn't, right? It's going to be easier for me if I kind of stay flexible with it. You know, with, like, the stream schedule. But it is bad, right? Like, if you're trying to be, like, a successful streamer, keeping to a schedule is, like, the best thing that you can do. Like 100%. That way people like know when you're streaming. I'm just wanting to throw like my favorites out. Growlithe would go in there, but we gave away our only Growlithe, sadly. Sobble, you can sit right. Yeah, keep going back right there, little buddy. What kind of turn you? Oh, okay, not quite what I meant to do. Bam. We'll kind of turn you a bit, like, there. Bam. See, I'm a master decorator. We'll probably do a Bidoof. We'll see what else we got going on. Yeah, another easy one. Okay, so, like, we can't do Bulbasaur because he's in the other room. Interesting. But we have 2 of my boy. He's still just, like, massive. Like, I don't know. You can stand, like, front and center there, guy. You can be the star of the show. Alright, there's our Jolteon. Probably the most exciting one so far, although I really do like that ferret. Bam, Jolteon. Maybe we could do like a little... everything like sitting just like flush forward feels kind of weird, right? Like... feels kind of stagnant like that. Yeah. Like little turns are all you gotta do. Any other electrics? I just want to see like the size of this guy. He's probably just gonna like a regular size. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna put you back in there, buddy. That's all the electric onto water. Snom! I actually have 2 Snom. How big are you? Can I put you both on this? No, my god, no. I was like, if I can put them both on the shelf, that would be awesome. Like, maybe? Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's grab our other... Come on, go back, go back, go back. Alright. Don't... Okay, there... It's a bit lop. I'll take it. Can we get more furniture though? That's the thing, is like I haven't really like we did unlock one, right? But right, you get those reward for quests. And so that's gonna be like the huge limitation. If like I'm having fun with this, I don't really care about it. I can tell you now. And if I'm playing this game offline, I'm not making these rooms, like, to be 100% honest with you. Like, that's not what I'll be doing in my free time. But if you are big on that kind of thing, it is kind of lame, right? That it seems like you only get, like, one mission a day, and that's, like, the only way to get furniture, unless I'm incorrect. We'll put you kind of in front of the chair there. Wow. Good job, buddy. Kinda... No, I'm trying to rotate. I'm trying to rotate. Why are you going up? Buddy, you are in rotation mode. Okay, actually, I forgot. So if you want to straighten him up, you have to get out of rotation. Weird. That isn't like a full, like, 3D rotation. It's only around. Cool. Any others? We are kind of running out of space here. Oh, I do have my Tatsugiri. We also do have the Koraidon. And Corviknight. Oh, come on, man. Well, we're definitely getting a lot of my favorites early into the game, so... I can... Okay, you know what? You know what? I like you there. That's where you go. Sometimes the gravity hits a little bit too hard in this game. But yeah, if it is actually a limit of like one mission per day, and that's the only way to possibly get furniture, that's lame. Like, that is kind of atrocious. Bam. Oh, he kind of floated, buddy. Why did you do that after I let go of you? All right, let's move you a bit more over first, then do that. I'm trying to learn a little bit of tricks here. Bam. All right, so there should be a button. Is it behind me? Camera go off. Yeah. Bam. There's my room. I don't know why I just kind of like emoted with my hands, like you could actually see it. Got Shaman. I guess mythicals are not as mythicals here are not rare occasion. I don't know. Maybe I got really lucky. But oh, okay. Rare, probably, right? But special occasion, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. I think it's just crazy that when I played the Super Nintendo as a little kid, I would think people were watching me play, and I would talk to them while I was playing Donkey Kong or whatever. I mean, man, maybe you were a natural born streamer, right? I wasn't. I 100% wasn't. I started. God, I've told the story so many times. Streaming wasn't like a goal of mine. It kind of just happened. And then many years ago, it just kind of happened on Twitch, and I just kind of fell into it. And then that led to me leaving Twitch and starting making videos, and then experimenting with a side channel, and that's how this channel started. And then that channel overtook the other one, and then it was like, okay, now that I'm going full-time with YouTube, I can start streaming again, because I miss the community aspect of streaming so much, man. Like, so much. So I'm happy that now I'm going to have, like, the time to do it again. Because trying to do videos and streams, and full-time job, and adult stuff, like family, it was killing me. Imagine making the normal yarn stuff, and you just got God Plush Arceus. I mean, surely Arceus is in here, right? But I am wondering how, because again, I don't know if any of this game's been, like, data mined yet. I don't know. Where am I even looking again? Where was I trying to go to? Was it this one? No. Oh, right. It's in this. Like, it would be nice if we had a complete list of what's actually in the game. But because actually, you know what? If we knew that, if we knew how many were in the game, we could get an estimate for how many DLC they could possibly release, because they're adding so many, like, new plush per DLC. That's probably why you probably are going to be looking at a smaller roster here. But also why starters seem to be a lot more common, because they're going to want the starters to be in the base, right? They're going to want the starters to be in the base game, and not locked behind DLC. So that they probably stuffed a lot of the the base roster with starters. Anyways, I believe that is going to do it for today's stream. If you guys enjoyed, you can follow Nora's advice and give a like to the stream. You can subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Don't know when I'll be streaming next. Like I said, the month of July is kind of like the end of my time kind of doing my day job and my YouTube like stuff at the same time. Okay, that song was still going. So hopefully before too long, starting in August, I'll be streaming a lot more often. But I still have more videos coming out as always. Another video coming out on Friday, which I still have to work on, but it should be out on time. Either way, thank you guys for hanging out with me. This was fun. Don't know if I'll necessarily stream this game again, unless you guys really want to see it, or if it just kind of sounds like a fun thing to do. Thank you guys for watching, and I have to do the, I have to shame myself again by showing that I still haven't made an ending soon screen. But I have made a text box, so stream is ending.